Welcome back to The Full View. Let's look at telecommunications. Now, operators and vendors have pledged 27 billion rand or so in terms of investments in 4G and 5G. It sounds like good news for the economy. 4G and 5G offer better speeds, better access to the internet for students, job hunters and workers. To discuss, we're joined by Dan Graham, who is a principal at Kearney. Mr. Graham, thank you for being with us. Let's just clarify this. This isn't government making an investment. It's about the communications companies themselves, and I guess that makes sense because they will make profits from 4G and 5G.
Absolutely, Francis, and I think we haven't seen a better year, in fact, for showing us the need for connectivity and the need to continue investing in our networks. Our homes became our offices, our homes became the schools for our children. And we're seeing more and more companies in private sector move towards platform businesses. And therefore, this is a really welcome investment by the telcos.
Yeah.
However, I think from my point, the question that the telcos are asking and the telco shareholders is how do they leverage their investment and the growth in data to achieve sustainable and growing returns on this investment? And I think that's where our Connected Consumers report that I'll be speaking to you about tonight really provides some guidance.
Yeah, well, you've done that research. So tell us what this does mean for the economy.
So I think it's important, first of all, set a quick baseline. So our study focuses across the world on multiple countries. We survey about 16,000 people. And the purpose of the study is to really understand where are consumers, and more specifically connected consumers, where are they spending their money on digital services? Which digital services are they taking up? And thirdly, where is the opportunities that the telcos and digital service providers are currently not accessing today? And we look across three primary areas. The first being telco services, and this is your fixed networks, your fixed mobile convergence, your pay TV. Secondly, we look at media and entertainment, which is your video on demand, online gaming, music streaming, etc. And then finally, it's connected devices, which is a really exciting market for South Africa. And this is everything from your voice assist that many of us have got in our homes to tracking devices and wearables and so on. Now, if we look at the key findings that we see for South Africa and to answer your question on what it means, when we look at South Africa as a comparison to the many countries that we studied, South Africa does come quite low on our connected consumer index. And this is primarily driven by the telco services, and more specifically, the network readiness metric, which looks at things like your mobile penetration and our network, unique fiber connections, etc. And I think this is really relevant when you talk about the investment that the telcos are looking to make going forward. Now, the good news, and to answer your question, the good news is that we do see a significant opportunity for South Africa to improve our connected consumer index. And this will see about a 60 to 65 billion rand per year increase in connected consumer spend. And obviously that all depends on our ability to drive the right services and network quality into the market.
And that means more economic growth, basically, in a nutshell.
Absolutely. And that economic growth will primarily come from digital services in this regard. At the moment, we see about 88% of spend still relates to traditional telco services, and that's the fixed internet and pay TV, whereas only 12% of consumer connected spend is going to the digital services. And to make this comparable, when we look globally, we see about a 70-30 split, and that's where that real opportunity comes for the telcos and digital service providers to further monetize the network that they're investing in.
Maybe you can weigh in on something. I don't know if you can, but there's been an argument or controversy around, firstly, we're moving to digital television that'll release spectrum and 4G and 5G, new opportunities arise. The big companies say they need those opportunities. They can leverage those opportunities because they already have a huge infrastructure. The little companies say, well, it's time to let us in and give us a chance to compete in the market. Any comments?
So I think, first of all, competition is always good in any economy. But I think from our study point of view, we do identify that network readiness and the network readiness metric is a big driver of the connected consumer index and connected spend within South Africa. So I think either way, freeing up the 700 and 800 megahertz spectrum from the digital migration will only go in a positive direction to increasing our connectivity both in rural and urban areas, and speeding up our network capacity and coverage. And our study also finds that the more connected consumers we have and the faster speeds we offer those connected consumers, the more spend they are likely to have on digital services. So I think either way, it's a positive outcome for South Africa.
All right, thank you very much. That was Dan Graham, principal at Kearney, saying all around the investments in 4G, 5G. Good news. Let's just hope those faster speeds come soon. It is happening. But this, like he says, changes lives and affects the economy as well.